Next up, the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Line in this game set at 6.5. The Lions are 6.5-point favorites. Divisional matchup. Over-under set at 48.5. Detroit coming off an embarrassing loss, truly embarrassing loss to a Panthers team that everyone thought was pretty bad. One thing to consider here is, at first glance, this line seems really, really high, especially when you consider that the Bears have been a pretty good coverage team over the last couple weeks. They've been covering spreads. They've been playing pretty well, even though we saw Justin Fields kind of come crashing back down to earth this past week against the Bills. Certainly from a passing perspective, I would expect that he'll get right back on track against a Detroit defense that has struggled to contain anyone on the ground. This could be a huge, huge rushing game from Justin Fields. I'm probably going to look at all his rushing over props. Detroit defense, one of the cheapest units in the league. By design, they're not spending much money on that side of the ball. They're looking to rebuild in the draft over the next coming years. But for now, they're just a really weak unit that I wouldn't feel super great betting on, or I at least am angling and looking at them as a team I want to bet against in terms of rushing props, rushing stats from quarterbacks and from running backs. So give me all the Justin Fields overs here, over rushing yards, anytime touchdown score, maybe even 2 rushing touchdown score. Love all of those. On the actual spread, I'm going to take the Lions minus 6.5 here. Our reasoning's pretty simple. People are going to overreact to last game with the Lions and not consider the fact that the Detroit Lions at this point are a much better team at home than they are on the road. They've been taking care of business much more so at home. For whatever reason, that Detroit crowd gets pretty raring to go behind this team. They feel more comfortable there, and they're just handling things better. Part of that, I think, is Jared Goff just plays better in a controlled environment like a dome at home. I don't believe that the Bears will be able to contain this Detroit offense consistently for 4 quarters. I think that last week was something of an anomaly, and the Panthers' defense overall is actually one of the stronger units, despite being absolutely terrible as a whole team. Give me Detroit minus 6.5 and look at all of the Justin Fields rushing overs. Look at all the Montgomery rushing overs. Take a peek at them. I think you're probably going to get some good value there.